Bikepacking, the art of heading out into the wilderness with everything you need to survive strapped to your bike. Cy conquered the remote Atlas Mountains and Hank traversed the rugged landscape of Patagonia. And Connor somehow survived the road to hell. And now, it's my turn. So why has Jenny asked me to meet her here in the middle of Glasgow city centre? I don't know much about camping, but I do know you can't put tent pegs in concrete, Jenny.
Wait.
What are we doing?
Which is such a good start that you know that, Manon.
That's about as far as my knowledge about camping goes.
So in the past, it could have been quite hard to get yourself from the city with your bike out into the wilderness without having to ride on busy roads. But Scotrail have just opened up a new Explorer carriage which can hold up to 20 bikes.
Impressive.
Pretty impressive, eh? So I'm going to take you just one stop along the line to Helensburgh, and we're going to get out there and we're going to have such an adventure over the next 2 days.
I have to say, I'm very glad that you're here, Jenny, because I've never done any of this camping or bikepacking thing before. I'm used to a nice warm velodrome and heating and nice toilets, and we're not going to have any of that, are we?
But do you know what? I really wanted to ride with you because I once heard you saying that you would rather ride in a turbo than go out in the rain, and I was like, I need to get this girl out with me and show her what fun you can have regardless of the weather.
I'm a little bit scared. Let's go to a train station then. We're starting our journey in Glasgow, Scotland's biggest city and the gateway to some of the best wilderness in the UK. Just to the west is Argyll and Bute, an area that spans nearly 7,000 kilometres squared, encompassing parts of the mainland and 23 inhabited islands. We're travelling to Helensburgh to prove you don't need to go far from a city to find an adventure. This area is investing heavily in sustainable transport, a key topic at the UN Climate Change Conference being held in Glasgow later this year. This train is just one example of that, proving you don't need a car to get far.
That was a pretty cool train journey, wasn't
yeah.
it? And only the first one out of the city.
Yeah.
Like first stop on the West Highlands line.
I have to say, I'm not a massive fan of taking my bike on trains because it can be a bit stressful,
Yeah.
but with that carriage, room for what, 20 bikes?
Yeah,
It's great.
So good. And
Yeah.
actually, even if you had an e-bike, then you can charge them. Did
That's
you see
even
that?
better, yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
get that
really
many
cool.
trains.
But it's not the only cool thing about coming to Argyll.
Oh, no?
No.
What else?
So they make a really big effort into promoting their local produce.
Like that?
Yeah, they've got this trail. It's called Taste of Place Trail.
That sounds like my kind of trail.
Yeah,
that.
so if you're into coffee, seafood, beer, all the good stuff in life, you can pop on and have a look to where
So you eat your way around the trail.
Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I've sussed out our first stop for us.
Oh, does
Yeah.
it involve coffee and cake?
It might. That's all
Let's
I'm
go.
saying. So what's your script then? Like when you're out and about on your bike, are you head down, just get on, or do you stop? Do you like cafes? And
I used to be a head down and crack on, but now I'm very much ride to the cafe and enjoy it myself.
Are you?
Yeah, I love a coffee stop and a
Do you?
cake stop, yeah.
Oh my god, that makes me so happy.
Do you as well?
Absolutely. I live for that.
After a pretty relaxing start to the journey, we grabbed our first coffee of the trip, including the all-important Portuguese tart, and set away from Helensburgh into the wilderness. My first bikepacking adventure was shaping up nicely. Wow, I feel like I've just been transported to somewhere completely different. This is absolutely incredible. I don't usually like hills that much, but I do kind of want to go up there, you know.
It's hard to believe that we were just in the middle of the city
and now,
less than an hour ago.
We're literally in
Yeah.
paradise.
That's basically why I took you here, because Helensburgh is like this activity hub. There's so much happening here, long distance trails that start and finish here. So the one that we're going to follow today, or loosely follow, is the Wild About Argyll trail.
Yeah.
Now that's 400 miles.
Sorry, what? We haven't got a week, Jenny.
And the good thing is that there's it's such a mixture of trail. So you'll be on really quiet roads for a bit, and then we'll get like on some gravel tracks, and just when you're sick of gravel tracks, you'll get some single track, and then we'll go back onto the road. So
bit of
yeah,
everything.
yeah, exactly, a real
Cool.
variety. Yeah.
Looking forward to it. I'm worried about getting all my clothes muddy because I haven't got many change of clothes.
That's the aim, surely. Like, the more mud, the more
I can
smiles.
always wash them in the lock. That'd be proper Bear Grylls.
And then wear wet clothes for the rest of the trip.
If I get down in one piece, I'll be happy.
It is a completely different style of riding.
Different to anything I'm used to, but I'm loving it, embracing it.
Yeah, for sure. It's not really about style, it is definitely survival.
No, yeah, I'm learning that. What a mad woman! Whoa! Oh damn! Oh. Oh. Made it down in one piece! Yay! I survived!
Made it down! Just in time for the rain! You like rain though, don't you?
I love rain.
I love a bit of rain.
I can't remember the last time I rode in the rain.
That's so funny. And what about camping in the rain? Have you ever camped in the rain?
I've camped once in my whole life.
That's
Did you not know
brilliant.
that?
I thought you might have done some like festival camping or like family camping,
No.
car camping.
I might have camped in my back garden once.
Oh, that is hilarious. We're
Well,
going to have so
the
much
tent-
fun.
The tent I've got, I've never put it up before, so might need some help.
Nice. Nothing like learning on the job.
Exactly, it's all experience. And
What could possibly go wrong?
We're riding and a little bit of walking along Loch Long, heading towards the peninsula. I'm getting used to taking things slow and steady. Go bikepacking, they said. It'll be fun, they said. On a mountain, pouring with rain. So far fetched from the comfort of a nice warm velodrome.
Your feet going to be all right if they get wet, mate?
They're already wet.
What'll happen to them if they get too wet?
They might fall off.
So I've dragged Manon up here just so as we can get the most beautiful view when we get onto the peninsula. But I don't know.
Are we even going to be able to see?
Are we even going to get up to the peninsula and see? I don't know. But one thing's for sure, it'll be worth it because there'll be a beautiful descent on the other side.
Oh,
One there.
morale is still high. I've got plenty of snacks and there's beautiful waterfalls. Yeah.
What more could you want? What's your bike sounding like?
Sounds like it's been through the wars.
Whoa! Hey! I didn't think that through. I just got soaked.
Wow, what a day!
That was some climb,
It
wasn't
was. I bet it'd be a good descent after that. I deserve it.
But we know when we get down there that then we're going to hit the road and the trail gets a little bit faster.
Nice.
And then we can go
Nice
and find
smooth
a
tarmac.
Yeah,
Lovely.
find a campsite.
Sweet.
All right, then. Come on, gently does it.
Gently does it. Right, you go first. Just so I don't get in your way.
Wow, our brakes have definitely heard better days, haven't
They have. I've gone through it today.
They really have. So this is a sea loch, it's Loch Goyle, and we're going to be following it all the way down, and we're finding a campsite somewhere.
I was going to say, I think I'm ready for bed soon because it's been a long day. Let's go find camp.
The cool thing about around here is they actually make quite nice spaces for camping.
Oh yeah.
Have a look here.
This isn't a campsite, Jenny.
No, it's not like a campsite maybe as you know it, but it's definitely a place that we could wild camp.
Okay.
So it's off the road, it's got that beautiful view out.
It has got a stunning view.
And I've taken a gigantic tarp with me that we can put up and cook under.
Lovely.
Yeah. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a good go. A few rocks. Use those as a pillow, yeah. Lovely. Right. How do you set up a tent? There better not be any spiders. Oh, spiders. Finally. It's quite cute, isn't it?
It's quite a special little camp, isn't it?
It's really
impressed with it.
And I feel like we've got a very good spot with the loch. Now that we've got the tent up, dinner's on, we can relax.
Yeah, that seemed like a little bit of an epic for you.
It was, went through a bit of everything today, didn't we? It was just the rain, really. And then got torrentially rained on and then just being wet. My favourite part was probably going on the descent of the trails. I enjoyed that a lot more than I thought I would. That was really fun, yeah.
I'm so impressed with this Wild About Argyll trail.
Yeah.
And just the mixture of terrain that we're riding across, you know, and the places that it's taking us to. So it's like that descent was, you could definitely been on a mountain bike on that for sure. And then we had these like quiet B roads to get to this camp. There was just like nobody on this road. In fact, anywhere we've gone today since leaving Glasgow.
Did we see anyone on the trail by the loch?
No,
we didn't. No. We saw sheep and a frog.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it has been teeming down quite a lot of the day, so there's a reason for it.
True.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to cook up a storm for tea.
Dinner.
We've got some chicken kappa soup.
Oh,
that
nice.
We're going to mix in with some rice.
Oh.
Yum.
Is that a Jenny special?
That's it. That's a camping special. That's quite an easy one.
Some cheese on top?
Yeah, and then we're going to have some like cheese and tomato wraps.
Oh, lovely.
And maybe, you can do, I quite often, if I make it thick enough, then I'll put the rice onto the wrap. And then
like a burrito. I like it.
Yeah.
And you could even maybe toast it a little bit. I don't know if that would work. Maybe not.
Just getting into this. She won't want to leave tomorrow.
No, I'm going to stay here the whole week. After only my second ever night under canvas, we got up nice and early before sunrise, packed up camp as we wanted to get a good start to our second day riding, as we had a lot of kilometres to cover.
It is very early in the morning. We got up, but it was still pretty dark when we got up, huh?
It was pitch black. It was so dark.
It was really, really dark. But it's going to be worth it, isn't it? Yeah. So we've come quite far already. and we're going along this beautiful loch side. And yeah, how are you feeling?
Surprisingly, now I'm on my bike, I feel more awake.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't sleep the best. It rained in the night, and I had a big pool of water on the top of my tent, and I had to push it off, and it all just kind of flopped down. But it didn't leak through, so that's a good thing. Yeah, but yeah, it was an experience. Yeah.
I did think about Manon quite a bit, because it was, I had the tarp, so I always think it's a bit nicer when you can actually see what's happening outside. So when that rain came, I just like looked out at it, and it was really impressive storm. But I think when you're in a tent, it can be like, oh my goodness, what is actually going on here? And so what about this morning? I find putting on my wet shoes can be quite a grim part of the day. And take it you're not very used to putting your wet shoes back on.
That was probably the worst bit about this morning, was putting the wet shoes on. It was, I think they were even wetter than yesterday. They just didn't dry at all.
This is ours, last climb to Dunoon.
Oh, a bit of gravel.
A little bit of gravel. Yeah, it's been a long section on the road.
I'm going to miss the gravel.
Are you?
I think I'm going to keep this gravel riding thing up.
You need to come back for some more gravel.
I do. This is my first bikepacking trip.
Yeah. And
packing was quite an issue for me, because I just wanted to take everything. I was like, I'm going to need this, I'm going to need this.
Yeah.
What tips would you give to someone that's going on their first bikepacking trip and the packing situation?
I mean, I think you were a classic example, weren't you? Because
you did laugh at me when I came down with my big bag strapped.
So mean for doing it. I thought you were joking.
Strapped, and Jenny just laughed. I was like, what? What's wrong? I thought that I was packing really light, but clearly not.
I thought you were joking. I thought you were like, yeah, just doing it for laughs. But yeah, I think looking at the size of your bags, like the bigger the bags you have, the more you fill them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've all got fairly small bags on our bike now, and that really helps you have to think about what you're actually putting into your bag. And obviously you've got the essentials of shelter and warmth, but you just want to make sure that you're not doubling up on things. You know, taking 2 hoodies or taking 2 of something that like you really don't need, because you don't need to keep changing your clothes.
No.
You just leave the same riding clothes on. It's that moment of grim when you put them back on in the morning, and then it's gone, it's fine.
And what about the whole mindset thing? Because I found it quite hard yesterday, getting absolutely soaking wet, and then, you know, trying to set up camp and all that, when I just wanted to be in a nice warm hotel room. How do you kind of keep going and get up in the morning and do it again, put your wet kit on? It can be quite tough when the weather's not on your side.
Yeah, what, sorry?
When the weather's not on your side, it can be quite tough.
Oh, it can really be tough, without a doubt, and I don't think there's any point in glossing over that. Like,
no.
Like you do you're completely out of your comfort zone. Like you were there in your tent last night, it's the first time you've ever slept in your tent. You know, you're scared of spiders, you know it's going to rain, you're frightened that you'll get wet.
I'm so soft, aren't I?
It's like, it's all these new things that you had to like push through and know that you were going to be really uncomfortable, but just believe that you'd be okay, and when you got up in the morning, things would start looking brighter again. And I think if you can do that a few times and push through that, just in the knowledge that it'll pass, it's only discomfort, then you start building up this catalogue of memories that you're like, oh yeah, I know how this works. I've just got to breathe through this bit, and the next bit will be okay. And often when I'm out, it's like something in nature will just bring me right back. So last night it was, you know, we were both cold, we got to camp, we got some food on, got into bed, and then the clouds lifted and we got the starriest night. And I was just like, I haven't seen stars like that for so long. Like, they took my breath away. I even went and woke like Manon up. I was like,
went to bed, and then she was like, Manon. And I was like, I just
want to sleep.
But it was worth getting up for.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and like, you know, we might get a sunset and a sunrise, and like
Yeah.
you come up over, you know, like we're skirting around this loch, and like every time we come round a peninsula, we're like, whoa!
Yeah.
And that tiny little things make it worth it for me.
It does.
We're coming to an end. I've just about finished an amazing trip with Manon, her very first bikepacking trip. If I had one word to describe that girl, it would be hardy. That girl's got grit. She just gets on with it. It's amazing. I love being around people like that. My top 3 favourite moments with Manon. I think meeting her yesterday morning at Glasgow train station and getting on that amazing carriage going up to Helensburgh, and the excitement and the anticipation of what was going to come, and just hearing about her life and actually how different it is, and how this would really be pushing her out of her comfort zone. I think the mountain biking yesterday, oh my goodness, she's never done anything like that before, and it was pretty technical riding, and she just got on with it and threw herself down things. And then her waking up this morning and having had so many worries about camping last night, and then realising that she'd survived a night out in the wilds and everything was okay. It's a really lovely feeling, I think, for your first night camping. Hey! Good work, Manon. Good work.
Bye.
I know.
Oh,
What a beauty.
very nice.
We've come some distance, haven't we?
I'm a little bit sad it's over, you know.
Yeah, I know. There's been.
Just getting used to all these bags on my bike and them swinging around.
You will be flying
I
on your
know.
road bike, won't you?
Yeah.
Oh, but the journey's not over yet, because we've still got to drop down to Dunoon, and then we're
Yeah.
going to get a ferry across.
Oh, lovely.
And I think my favourite bit about this trip has been that, like, we've not only used our bikes, but we've used the train, and now we're using the ferry. And just having like a little bit of an insight into this like rugged landscape of Argyll, you can see why these bits of public transport are real lifelines to the people that live here, not just
exactly.
us that are coming here for fun. It really links it up,
If this
doesn't
ferry
it?
wasn't there, they'd have to drive
So far.
hours and hours.
And that's the thing, they would need a car. Yeah,
exactly,
yeah, for
But
sure.
You just nip over on the ferry,
Yeah.
and it's. I am looking forward to getting in my dry clothes.
You've talked about showers quite a lot today.
I would like a shower, a nice warm shower, wash my hair, get in my pajamas, and lay on a nice warm sofa. I have really enjoyed it, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to come back for some more.
Yeah, I hope you do come back. There's so much more to be to
Yeah.
be seen.
And
And
thanks for taking me under your wing and showing me how to properly bike pack. I feel like if I went with one of the lads from GCN, they just don't do it properly, do they? So
nah, they don't do
yeah,
it properly.
I needed Jenny for this trip.
And do you know what? You're an absolute natural.
Oh,
If we had one word to sum up Manon, I would say she's hardy. That's what you'd call her in
Honest
Scottish.
now.
Hardy. All right, we still haven't had that coffee. Let's go
I know,
get it.
coffee.